Yo, this your boy Yo Badass on his preview/reaction on Michigan State versus Indiana. Man, that was a scary game, kinda ish. I want to give a shout out to Indiana. They did their thing. That was a good game, even though we won by 14, by only 2 touchdowns. That was a good game, and we should have won by more than 14 points. And now that they gonna do something this year. I think they got a good chance of going to the playoff, going to a big bowl or whatever. But we won. It was 21-35. Man, Michigan State. Why we won? Me personally, because it was our defense. You know, our offense did their thing. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Our offense did their thing, but at the same time, it was our defense. We stopped them in the run. For the past 2 games or 3 games, they had whatever. They rushed over for 200 yards and they didn't even get more than 60 yards on us. I don't even think they got 30. I think they was at 16, 17, something like that. Our defense was the reason why we won that game. We couldn't run the ball also. Like, we just couldn't run the ball. And this is the first time in a while I didn't see Michigan State run the ball. I don't know it's because it was if they running back LJ Scott couldn't play because injuries, because he was injured, and he may be back next week or the week after that. So I don't know what it is, but we couldn't run the ball well. That was that was my main problem. They didn't run the ball, and we got to do better in the running game. We must do better. The defense, our defense, they did their thing out there. The defense, they really went out there and performed really well. And like I said before, I believe that's why we won the game, because our defense. Our offense, like I said, our offense did their thing, but I think our offense fed off our defense. And the only thing we couldn't really do is get the run game going or get in the rhythm good enough to run the ball. We are cleaning up the penalties. Too much penalties in 1 quarter. I think in 1 quarter we had like 3 or 4 penalties. We got to stop that. We got to stop that. Too many penalties. We got to clean that up. So now we are 2-1. Next week, I don't know who we play. I gotta look it up. But I expect next week for us to win the ball. Lewerke, he overthrew the ball a few times. He just didn't look at himself out there at first. Just overthrowing on his players. Lewerke usually just don't do that. He's always on target, always. But I ain't gonna really. We won, so I ain't gonna really drop down his case. But he got to tighten that up. Our defense got a lot of 3 and out, and our offense couldn't score like that. We should not have won only by 14 points. We scored at first, it was 7-zip, and then we got a pick 6, made it 14-zip. Our defense came out there on the next play after that pick 6, and I think we got a quick 3 and out. We couldn't score it. I think we didn't score it until the second half. And that's bad. That's terrible. Ain't no way. Once again, they got when we get an easy possession, especially if we get a quick 3 and out, we got to score. And I believe as the season go on, we will get better in that department. But for the most part, they did what they supposed to do, which is to get the W, and they did. But to me, they say it's no ugly win, but it was an ugly win because we didn't perform nowhere near what we supposed to. This should have been a blowout because so many 3-and-out our defense got. Our defense was on. They stopped the run. Like, they could not get the run game going at all. Our defense, like it was been like 3-and-1. They couldn't get it. It was 4th and inches. They couldn't get it. It was our defense. Our defense won that game, I think, personally. But penalties, like I said, penalties got to clean up. When you get an easy possession or a quick 3-and-out, we got to get better in that department. But meaning, we got to score it. It's just that simple. But this your boy, Yayo Badass, and he out.